Hello and welcome to today's Brain Meet Body class. This is called Adaptable. So in this specific LYT style of yoga practice, we're always working strength and mobility so that we can have adaptability. That serves us in so many ways, like nervous system regulation, getting up and down with ease for the rest of our life. If we fall, being able to get out of that on our own. So working on adaptability today, come on down to your back and connect to your triple S. So sacrum at the base of your spine, shoulder blades, skull. Remembering that if your chin has a hard time settling to the front of the throat, you can always bring a blanket or a small pillow underneath your head. Come to your breath, take a nice big inhale into all sides of your ribs, and then open your mouth and exhale out. And then take your hands to your thighs, start to push your thighs away, lift your tailbone, lift your hips off the floor. Keeping the hands here on your legs as a little bit of a feedback to keep your legs fired up. And then pushing into the ball mound of the right foot and lifting the heel. Lowering it down, pushing into the ball of the left foot, lifting the left heel, lowering it down. And then rolling onto the right heel, lifting the right sole of the foot off the floor, and then placing it down. And then doing that on the left foot and placing it down. And continue to do that. So pushing into the ball mound of the right foot, lifting the heel and lower, lift the left heel and lower, roll onto the right heel and lower, roll onto the left heel and lower. The whole time engaging your glutes, so keep lifting the heel, keeping your legs active, mobilizing into the ankles and the feet. Good, and then keep both feet down. Let your hands slide to your pelvic hip points, so those two bony protrusions on your pelvis. Keep those hip points level, root into the tripod of the right foot and lift the left knee over the left hip. Feel your right glute respond. And then set it down. Push into the left foot, feel your left glute fire up. Keep your right hip level with your left and then lift your right knee. And then lower it down. You can also just hold the bridge or you're adding the marches. So something for everybody here. It's a lot of work to keep the pelvis stable and build those brain connections to your glutes. Waking up the hips. We want mobile, strong hips to keep us adaptable. And then keep the right knee lifted and let the foot roll in over the left knee and then let it roll through center and out to the right. It won't be far. And then do that again, externally rotating the thigh and then internally rotating it. Good, set it down. Keep gripping around your sit bones. Keep the pelvis low so this isn't in your low back. Push into the right foot, lift the left knee. Let the left foot move across center and then let it move over to the left. So external rotation and internal rotation. And then set it down. Take one more breath into your ribs. And then exhale. Use the control of the belly button drawing in to slowly lower the spine all the way back down. Take your feet wide. Let your knees knock into each other. Take your arms straight up above your shoulders. Pull your right fingers down with your left hand. Breathe into your armpits. Let it out the mouth. Let a little action be in your right thumb. And then switch. Pull your left fingers down towards your face. Let your thumb have a little action. And then release that. And we will move into the core now. So hands come to cup behind the skull. We draw the elbows in towards each other so that they point up towards the ceiling. Take one breath in. And then exhale, pull the front body down. So pull front low ribs into the body. Lift the shoulder blades off the floor. And then extend your right knee. You can lift the leg a little bit more towards the ceiling if that's available. Bring the right foot back down. Inhale and lower. Exhale, pull in and down like a drawstrings coming from your belly button towards your spine. And then extend the left knee, maybe bringing that leg a little straighter towards the ceiling. Keeping the weight in the sacrum, rebend the left knee, foot down, inhale and lower. Exhale, pull in and down and lift. Draw the belly down and then lift the right leg. And then let the right leg drift out just 3 to 4 inches out to the right and then back to center, controlling everything else out to the right, back to center, feeling that demand change on the core. Take the leg out to the right, back to center, foot down, inhale, lower. Exhale, pull in and down, lift, left leg extends, and then we let that left leg drift out to the left and back to center, trying to keep the weight equal in the sacrum, out to the left, drift back to center. One more time, out to the left, support the weight of the head, back to center, foot down, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, right leg extends, lift it a little higher, and then the left knee lifts over the left hip so that foot comes off the floor, and then the right foot drifts out to the right, and just hold it here, pull in and down. Bring it back to center, left foot down, right foot down, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. The left leg extends, the right knee lifts over the right hip, and then the left leg just drifts out to the left. Hold it here. Draw everything in towards the spine like you're saran wrapping yourself in. Back to center, left foot down, right foot down. Inhale, lower. We've got one more time. Exhale and lift. Your right leg extends. Your left knee lifts over your hip. Right leg moves out to the right, and then right hand comes to your left thigh. Push it away from you. Draw everything into the center. Left foot down, right foot down. Inhale, lower. Exhale, last one, lift. The left leg extends, the right knee pulls up over the right hip. The left leg goes out to the left, and the left hand comes to your right thigh, and you push it away, pull in and down. Both feet back down, hand behind the head. Inhale, release. Nice work. Let's use that heat to bring us on to our hands and knees. And we're actually going to be on a forearm and a hand. So we'll bring the right forearm down to the ground, keeping the left hand in line with the right elbow. The right elbow is directly underneath the right shoulder. And then lean into the right forearm and kick the left leg back. The left toes roll open to the left a little bit, but draw the belly into the spine, and then left knee down. And then pulse that a few times, kicking back and then bringing it down. Kick back, keep drawing the belly in to support the low back, bring it down, feeling that left hip getting some opening actively, helping us to be adaptable. Kick back one more time, and then bring it down, and we'll switch to the other side. Right hand onto the floor, left elbow lines up with it. Lean into the left elbow and send the right leg back. Draw the belly in. Bring it back down next to the left knee. Push the right foot back and bring it down. Think about your triple S here, skull, shoulder blades, sacrum, so you're drawing that line from the crown of your head to the tail. Kick back one more time. Feel the right glute fire up to kick it back. And then bring both forearms down for a dolphin pose. You could do down dog instead if dolphin feels a little inaccessible, but elbows a little more narrow than your shoulders, palms pressed together or down, relax the back of the neck. Tuck your toes, draw your front body in towards your back body, and then press into the ball mounds of the feet, lift the knees, and draw the belly back and up. Walk the feet in a little bit, try and get the hips as high over the shoulders as you can. Keep pressing the ground away through your forearms, and then draw the right knee towards the front ribs. And then little lifts and lowers on the left heel. You could also keep both feet down if this is a little much. And then set the right foot down. Draw the left knee in towards the front ribs. Trust your shoulders, lean into your back body, and then little lifts and lowers on your right heel. Keep pulling the belly in. Relax the back of the neck, and then left foot down, knees down. Take a moment in child's pose, sit your hips back. Let your forehead come to the floor or a block. Breathe into your back. And then come on up to start moving a little bigger now. Feet underneath you. Feeling nice and lit up from the inside, reaching up through the crown of the head. Feel your shoulder blades locking on your back ribs, proud chest, and then thumbs lead our arms forward and up. Inhale. Exhale, sit back into your hips, get low with your fingertips and step your right foot back. Lower your right knee in the top of the right foot. Lift your shoulders over your hips, right hip on top of right knee. Pull your front heel back, and then hands to the outer hips and compact your pelvis in. Lift up through the crown of the head and reach your arms up. Take a breath into your ribs, and then hands come forward. Step the front foot back. Get yourself in a kneeling plank. Draw the front body into the back body, and then slowly lower, keeping the shoulder blades on your back ribs, not dropping the shoulders. pubic bone down. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, come down a bit. Tuck your toes, firm around your spine, firm around your sit bones. Push the floor away, lift the hips, down dog. Take a breath in. On an exhale, step your right foot forward, lower your left knee in the top of the left foot. Come on up. Compact your pelvis on either side. Draw in, lift up, triple S, and then arms reach forward and up. Take another breath in, and then hands come forward and down. Step the back foot to the front. Sit back in your butt. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, hinge. We're coming into a twisted crescent. We're stepping our left foot back. Left hand can be on a block or something block-like or the floor if you feel like you have to round a lot to get to the floor. Lean into that left hand. Keep the left hip lifted as you rotate to the right. Lift your right arm up. If it feels okay to relax your left ear to your left shoulder, do that. Draw the front belly in towards the spine. And then turn to the left for some side lunges with your arms out to a T. So actively opening into the hips, pushing down into the feet to push up and over to the other side. Feeling the weight of your arms helping to lock those shoulder blades onto your back ribs. Okay, and then turn to the back of the mat now. So working our brain in these directions intentionally. Lower your right knee, lower your right forearm, and your left hand comes in line with that right elbow. Here's our move from earlier. Left leg kicks back and lowers down. Kicks back, opens up a little bit, keep drawing the belly in and lowers down. Zip the pubic bone up towards the breastbone and think about your triple S. Kick back one more time. And then lower the left knee down. Modified side plank, working these hips to make them adaptable. Left foot's going to kickstand off the left side of your mat and then lean into that left hand and left knee. And you can either step the right foot towards the top of the mat and have it down, or you can lift the leg. Right arm, right leg, lift it up. Option to add little pulses of your outer right hip, lifting and lowering that leg just a couple inches. And then one big adaptable move for this right hip. We're gonna step this right foot towards the back of the mat. Keep turning to the long edge, all the way back to the front of the mat. Hands plant, and here again, you can have blocks. You could be on fingertips. Keep the left knee very bent and lift your right leg. Working into this one, the standing balance. So good to do one foot balance. We're gonna start to stand up on this left foot, lifting the right knee forward, and then left hand to right thigh. Push it away, draw in and up, lift up through the crown of the head. Figure 4, right ankle on left thigh, hands to prayer. Sit back into your left hip. Good, downward facing dog. Step your right foot back, hands come down, left foot back. Take a breath into your ribs, out your mouth. Left foot steps forward. Here's our twisted crescent on the other side. If you'd like a block under your hand, find that. Lean into the right hand, rotate around the spine, keep that right hip from dropping. Left arm up, maybe relax the right ear to the right shoulder. Take another breath here. And then start to turn to the long edge of the mat to the right. We're gonna do some curtsy squats here. Wonderful moves for the rotation of the hips. Hands come to prayer. Left foot's gonna step behind your back, your right heel. So behind and off to the right as you sit the hips back for a little curtsy. And then push into the right foot, left foot steps wide, right foot comes behind the left, sit back into that left hip crease. So step side to side, feeling the hips and how they rotate and adapt to these different angles. And then keeping your triple S in line as you lean forward with your torso. Good, and then keep your feet wide, turn to the back of the mat. Here's our reset move. Left forearm comes down, right hand in line with left elbow, kick the right leg back and open a bit. Keep drawing the belly in and lower the right knee down. Kick it back and bring it down. Kick it back and down. 2 more. Back, down, feeling the glute light up as you extend the leg back, and then right knee down. Push the floor away through your right hand, kickstand your right foot off the mat to the right, lean into it, either gate with the left foot down or lifted. Right shoulder blade locking onto the back ribs, maybe a little pulsing of this lifted leg if it's in the air. Zip the pubic bone up, keep this out of the low back, left outer glute working. And then big steps, so stillness in the left leg. Step this left foot all the way towards the back of the mat, keep turning to the right, coming all the way back to the front of the mat. Hands on blocks or the floor or fingertips. Left leg lifts for your standing L. Draw your outer right hip in. Think about the triple S here. Right knee bends, sit back into your right hip. Bring this left leg forward as you stand up for standing balance. Left hand to left hip. Right hand pushes this left thigh away. Zip up, lift up. Figure 4, left ankle crosses on right thigh. Lean forward with your triple S. Heart to thumbs. And then left foot next to right, sit back in your butt, and then inhale, reach forward and up. And then exhale, give an audible noise out your mouth as you sweep back. Inhale. Let it go. One more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down through your heart. Let's come on down to our butt, all the way to our back. Bring one hand onto the belly, one hand onto the chest. Let your feet be wide, let your knees knock in. We're gonna take a physiological sigh together. Take a regular breath in and out. And then breathe in. Breathe in a little bigger and hold it. And then open your mouth, sigh it out. If you have the time to stay here and let your body absorb your work, whatever you do, I hope this practice serves you in feeling more adaptable, not only physically, but in your emotional body as well, able to handle whatever comes your way and adjust and adapt as necessary. Thank you for letting me guide you today. Namaste.